Welcome back. Stephenson King's campaign is gaining momentum as he is securing a number of notable endorsements. Former independent Senator Adrian Oje is among the latest to give a boost to King's independent run. It was just a few days ago that the ruling United Workers' Party called on the electorate to take a serious look at the caliber of people endorsing Stephenson King, pointing to endorsements from those they say are desperate and disgraced politicians, Rufus Bousquet and Dr. Ewaldus Raymond. It would seem the King campaign is now showing its teeth, with notable endorsements from prominent professionals like Dr. Claudia Sprayville, Alison Jean, and now former independent senator, noted artist, writer and economist Adrian Oje. Oje is excited about what he views as a paradigm shift in politics.
Party politics has overrun every facet of St. Lucian life, dividing families, communities and organizations with its corrosive, corrupting poison. People you expect to be brave, people you expect to be outspoken, honest and fair, have surrendered their souls to the party they support and which supports them. Larger principles of good governance, good government, national development, social justice, fundamental freedoms have all been sacrificed on that altar.
He hopes King's decision will spur a nationwide movement and appeal to all patriots to come forward and guard jealously the very tenets of democracy.
So the larger question is not really about Stephenson King. He has taken his stand. The unanswered question is, who are we? Where do we stand? When will we say enough is enough? Do we condemn him because his action defies our expectations and causes us discomfort? Or do we applaud his bravery and demand even more bravery of him?
Oje shared his own experience in the Senate and the challenges of putting the national interests ahead of party interests. He says that bred animosity and led to demonizing of independent voices.
As an independent senator in the Parliament of St. Lucia, discomfort has been my close friend for the last 5 years. It is not an easy thing to speak truth to power. It was not an easy thing to see Parliament hijacked to pass an unjust COVID-19 bill, a bill that robbed people of their constitutional freedoms, turned St. Lucia into a police state, and placed government above the law. It is not easy to see the Bar Association ignored, the SLHTA rebuked, and the Chamber of Commerce sinking deeper into a shameless silence. It should be easy to point out what is right. It should be easy to point out what is wrong and what should be done better. But unwilling to seek the national good above the party agenda, unprincipled people take such things personally. You will be attacked. You will be unfriended. You will be blocked. It was not easy, but I stood and I spoke, and I would do it again on any given day for St. Lucia and for its people.
Oje thanked King for being an example of breaking the two-party stranglehold and demonstrating that there is still room for independent thinking. Members of the public are reacting to news that a code of conduct has been signed.
Many had called for the Christian Council to implement a code of conduct or ethics for politicians. This year, the ethics code was finally written and issued. It has been signed by leaders who have put themselves up for service, whether backed by a political party or independent. Members of the public have weighed in on whether they agree or not with a code of conduct.
It's important for our leaders to lead by example. If there's a code of conduct, remember it needs to be adhered to, because if infringed upon, you could find electorate, or what you call supporters for one party following the lead of or the indiscipline of the leaders of these parties. So they need to be held accountable as it relates to the code of conduct.
The way I see it, like, the rules, if we have rules, then you have to follow our rules. And as an example, a politician is supposed to be following the rules. They have to set by example.
That kind of bacchanal thing is not going to the Christian community, because Christian is, I would say, holy. They proclaim themselves is really holy. So they don't want to put themselves in anything. Yeah, because Bacchanal is for the world.
I find the Christian council, the pastors, I find they take too long to give their input. But it's better late than never. You see, when you see you're a man of God, you are assigned to ensure that justice prevails all around. And many acts of injustices were being perpetuated, and the pastors just stay quiet. But anyway, I support it. Anything to ensure that law and order is maintained, bravo.
And those were your responses. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. There's more news after the break.